I'm trying to make sure this is set just right, where you can see it all. Good, you good. It is a Sunday morning, guys. Sunday morning. We have, at least where I'm at, we have daylight savings. So we've sprung forward, which means it's going to be lighter later, and that has me exceptionally excited. Can I just say that? So happy, so excited. Yay. And that's got like a nice little chocolate, whatever. It's amazing. Okay. Okay, here we go. So today did I go on? No, I'm just right at time. This morning they were singing a song to me, and it was like I was jamming to it because it's one that I love, but they were stuck on a verse. And about the third time I realized, and then I was like, "Ooh, is that the energy for today?" And so then the songs that happened afterwards, absolutely kind of confirmed it for me. I'm gonna make sure we can see everything, but I'm gonna let you know what it is. It was let me let me introduce. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. We're all weird and a little woo woo. If that's not you, that's perfectly fine. I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day. If it is you, we just remember that I don't read for all 7 billion people on this planet. Therefore, we never try to Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okie doke. Okie doke. Fantastic. My hope is, though, that a lot of people, even if the message isn't for you, there might be something in it that you can get from it. And so if you want to stick around, even if you start feeling like it's not for you, by all means do so. So the song that they were playing incessantly was Radio Gaga by Queen. And the particular list, I don't know why I said that. The particular list, let's park that for a little bit later, because I don't know why that came out. The lyric is what I was trying to say. That what they were playing is, so don't become some background noise, a backdrop for the girls and boys who just don't know or just don't care and just complain or bitch when you're not there. You had your time, you have the power, you've yet to have your finest hour. And that was like the biggest one. You've yet to have your finest hour. That one played a lot. And I was like, okay. So I feel like that sets the precedent, right? So I'm gonna leave my phone over here in case I need to pull that back up again, right? And we can go back and visit it. Let's see here. Oh, let me. Oh, sorry. Just checking, getting the things off. All right, let's go ahead. So you've yet to have your finest hour was a thing. And I feel like there's a great big emphasis on don't shrink back. Don't become some kind of like background to everybody else's story or background to what's happening. Because it's fun. I feel like there's the idea of becoming a background to somebody else. Because either they don't get it or they don't care or whatever it is. But the funny thing is, even if they don't get it or they don't care, it's funny how I feel like you are spoken about and how it's like I get this sense like being talked about behind your back when you're not there. The oddness, the thing that makes you stand out, you taking up space is talked about, which means do they really not care? They may not get it, but do they really not care? So, and I don't know who or what you're kind of like standing in the background for and allowing. It's like letting somebody else take center stage when you should be taking up just as much space. That's what I'm getting from it. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Where do we want to start with? sorry if there was loud noise because that was the heater. I don't know about you all, but when you live in a space like I do, they put the furnace right in the middle of the living area, and so everything gets drowned out. Everything sounds so loud. So, just as a reminder, the song was Radio Gaga. Don't become background noise, some type of a backdrop for the other girls and boys. They just don't know and just don't care and like to talk shit when you're not there. I'm putting a little bit of emphasis changes, but I feel like saying they've had their time, they've had the power, but you've yet to have your finest hour. That's how we're gonna go with that. That's the way I'm gonna read it. Oh, shoot. This feels very past tense to me. Reflect and redirect your energy. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. And purification activates vibrant life force. I think it's past energy because I feel as if like somehow I feel like somebody consistently uplifts others or I don't know why I feel like saying this. The amount of energy and passion that you go to cheering other people on should be reflected at yourself. The amount of energy that you have used and passion you've poured into uplifting others, advocating for others, uh, um, helping others should be redirected to you. I feel like that's where it's redirect your energy. Like the amount of energy you put into making sure other people are a success or other people are okay or other people are, it's like put that energy back into you. And I feel like the idea of it's time to cross that bridge where it's like, it's not so much healing as it is reconnecting and releasing. And they want you to like cleanse your energetic field and cleanse your sphere of any cords that keep you where you are in the background. It's kind of like I just get the feeling of you stepping back and letting other people take center stage. And that you having a level, like, I don't know if you feel more confident or comfortable in pumping other people up or being like, this is something that I did in social work. And I say this is something that I knew how to do really well in my past life. Here comes the woo guys, where like I always the person behind the person. The person making sure the other person looked good, the person running things behind the scenes so that things look seamless and flawless and popped off well for other people. I did this a lot in my career. Like I was never the person in the perceived position of power or that took up the space. I just made sure that the person that did that did it well, right? And a lot of seers do that. They have a lot of lifetimes, oh God, where that's the role that they played instead of being the center stage. And so that's what it reminds me of. It's cleansing yourself of all of those old ties, imprints, that way of operating, and redirecting that energy into yourself. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who knows, who will sit there and feel like I don't even know what to do for myself, and pouring that kind of energy into themselves doesn't feel right, but yet they can do. Like I just feel like you listen to somebody else's situation, you're like, oh, do this, this, and this, and you can execute it perfectly, and like everything works out for them, and it's like you can do that for yourself, right? And maybe somebody doesn't have the confidence or the belief that they can, which might be that's what needs to be released. Okay, let's get a little bit more information on this. Madame Medora's fortune telling deck. Good morning, guys. It's going to be rough for a lot of people to come on because, like I said, in the U.S., it's daylight savings time. We sprung forward. I'm excited. I wish they would leave it like this. I like having light, like the sun up later in the day. I cannot stand it when the sun starts going down at 5 o'clock. Of course, it's not. It's been like 6:30, 6:45. And now, since we jumped forward, we call it springing forward with time. It'll be 7:45 before the sun goes down. And then it's only going to get, I just love it. I love having a daylight longer. It just makes me happy. All right, we have imagination clouds your judgment. And I feel like this is like what you tell yourself. This is like, it's like, why is it easier for you to come up with ideas for others than to see others in that way or in that role than it is yourself? Like, what are you telling yourself? That's what we need to explore. Because whatever it is, it's not accurate. Whatever you're perceiving, it's not accurate. Terry. Oh, that's because we sprung forward. But really not. I've come on this early before, buddy. A sly and subtle approach is needed. The idea of shedding that old skin, that old story that you've told yourself. Your secrets are safe. There's a fear of taking up space. There's a fear of being center stage. I feel like you're afraid that people are going to see perceived flaws and see you for who you used to be versus who you are today. And I feel like that's the reason why you feel like you have to be more calculated and you can't be really yourself, that sly and subtle approach, right? Oh, good Lord. What should be something stupid? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, that's where I feel like your secrets are safe. Like the things that you think are going to come forefront and are going to be the focus, and that are going to make you look stupid and dumb. And it's like times are changing. And it's not so much that there's a secret. It's like the things that you don't want focused on, the things that you don't want seen, the things that you feel are make you not worthy. It's like that's not what people are going to focus on. Okay. I think that's what this is saying. It's like you're seeing something a certain way, like, no, I can't. I have to be really like strategic. And it's like if you were just full out yourself, if you took up the space, if you were unapologetically you and believed that you deserve as much that whatever role that is, you know what I mean? Again, it's the don't become background noise, a backdrop for all the girls and boys. Like, don't do that. Take up the space. Be the main character. That's what it is. It's main character energy. You're so used to playing a supporting role that you don't know how to be the main character. And you feel as if there's something like you're afraid of the attacks. You're afraid of what people will try to say. You're afraid of the things that people will make up, because that's what they do today in today's society. You're like, there's just something about you feeling like you can't, that you have to be more strategic than that. Like it's too much tiptoeing around is what it is. That's the energy that I'm feeling. And that puts you in the back seat. Hey, Kelsey. For those who don't know the song that I'm referencing, it's Radio Gaga by Queen. Transformation. think for somebody, this is where they've been holding back. This is what's keeping them from this major transformation. Is not even so much that's the choice that they have to make. The choice of feeling like they're willing to be seen, right? Willing to, like, I think somebody has a story that everybody who is in the limelight gets persecuted, and someone feels as if, when I say limelight, taking up space, that's all I fucking mean, is taking up space, being seen, being the main character in your people get chastised a lot for that. Let's just get real. It's like, if you believe in yourself and you exude that, anybody who feels like, people will interpret that. And it's true, people can interpret that as a slight on them because they don't embody the exact same energy in their own life, right? Like, who are you to think, well, who are you not to think? It's all you need to shift this, your imagination clouds your judgment. Like, somebody, like, somehow you're not worthy, and people will be able to pick up on and find out the reason why you're not. And so you just keep feeling like you've got to be really sly and like maneuver in such a way to not be seen. And they're saying that you need to shed that old skin. Your secrets are safe. Like, anything that could, like, I don't know, if, like, it's almost as if it's whatever you perceive to be the negative, nobody would pick up on. People wouldn't give a shit about. It's like the things that you want to hide, your secrets are not going to come out. Like the things that, and it's not like, ooh, I did some horrible thing and people are going to find out. It's the things that you want to hide about yourself, that you don't want to be focused on, the things that you think you need to be put. It's like, those things are safe. Those things are not going to be attacked. Those things are not the things that people are going to focus on. If you take up the space that's due for you, if you become the main character in your life. We're going to pull, then we have the vigilance. I feel like this is connected with your worthiness. Like your worthiness to take up that space. And friendship is the idea of, yeah, but if people really got to know me, would they like me? So we have the friendship card coming out with your secrets are safe. So like these sly and subtle approaches, like I have to put on a curated front when you really don't. Like it's organically you. That's the person that should be taking up space. That's the person that should be the main character. When you try to tailor yourself, that sly and subtle approach, that is how you become background noise. You're not standing out. You're not one in a million then, right? Like, well, you're one of a million people that act and behave the same. When you're concerned about how other people perceive you, whether they accept you, it's like when you're trying to blend in, that's the fucking problem. You try to blend in. And you feel as if the parts of you that are meant to stand out, if they were to stand out, you would be attacked. But in today's society, while yes, there are people who will get irritated by that because they don't know how to stand in their own truth and light. The truth is, no, you're not going to be friends with everybody in all of creation. It's okay to have individuals you just don't align with. We don't have to persecute them. And it's okay for people to dislike you. It's time for you not to give a shit. And so, yes, much like the armor, you may have to be a little bit vigilant, right? About who and what you allow around you, or what you allow yourself to consume and give a shit about, right? But a transformation is at hand. And unless you say yes, unless you give permission to yourself, this transformation cannot occur. You will remain stuck where you're at. So it's time to redirect that energy. It's time to be honest about who you are and put that out there. We've got the honesty card coming out. That person is deserving of taking up space. That person is deserving of being the main character in your life. I feel like somebody has allowed other people to be the main character in their life. And somebody's afraid. Somebody's very afraid of being absolutely transparent. I don't want to like this because if people think that I like this, then they're going to think this about. Quit worrying about what other people would fucking think about you. That's all I have to say. Quit worrying about how other people will perceive you. Other people's thoughts about you is none of your fucking business. It really isn't. And it stops you from living out this vision that you have, this adventure that is meant for you. It is the thing that stops you. Like, bring me a Starman Tarot. Seven of Cups. Your fears have you, your deep-seated fears of being utterly seen have you feeling like, I don't know what's for me, when you really do. Seven of Cups is that confusion. The idea of, well, maybe something else is better, or maybe this is for me, or maybe you're trying on all kinds of hats and scenarios in your mind about what it's like. You're trying to find something that fits you, but also keeps you in that sly and subtle approach, keeps you hidden. That you can't do that. It's not possible. Because we're looking here at the Moon card, where it's almost like it's a choice of, like, do I show this much of my true self? Do I show this much? Or do I just utterly, like, what you want and desire, your wish fulfillment comes from being utterly yourself, lacking the inhibitions. I think you've tried on a lot of hats. You've tried to be the other things, where you're half this or so much this. It's like there's so many stop signs for somebody. You place so many stop signs, and you abide by other people's stop signs. Like, you can be you up to this point with me, and you can be you up to this, and it's like, those are the people that you don't need to be around. And if you're confused about how to find the people who will let you be utterly yourself, you gotta fucking utterly be yourself. That will pull them in. That will attract them in. And when you have that support system, you're not going to give two shits about the other people who don't like who you really are. None of that really flipped out. The King of Wands is commanding with his presence, with his energy. He's a force to be reckoned with. This is what we have. We have the King of Wands. He embodies his power. He exudes it unapologetically. He's passionate, focused, driven, and confident. He makes moves in his life as a result of that. People, he's the embodiment of BDE, right? And this is for anybody. She, he, they, them, doesn't fucking matter. BDE is an energy that when you walk into a room, you influence things rather than things influencing you. It's the idea of, like what they said, don't become background noise, backdrop, right? One of those people sitting in the corner, just kind of like moving through life, just kind of being there, observing versus actively participating. Like, that's not what you're meant to be. The King of Wands never becomes backdrop for other people. And the funny thing is, people think that when you say stop being a backdrop for other people, that means you take up the space and then they become a backdrop. And that's not the fucking case. You are the main character of your own life. This is what we're talking about. Nobody else can take that space up for you unless you hand it over to them. That is rightfully your spot. Again, we have the Hierophant, which is about The things that you dream about, you desire, you imagine when you're in the field of possibilities, the things that you feel drawn to that you know are for you, that's the high priestess energy. That is the what is written isn't necessarily taking place in this reality because you don't let it, you don't allow it. Right? Hierophant is embodying that. It is allowing the etheric, the true self, the field of possibilities to become a reality when your 3D world. That's what the Hierophant is. It's about reflecting or creating a life external to you that reflects who you truly, genuinely, sincerely are. That is how you build this life. That is a this is the stance at which you can create the life that you want and you desire. Okay. Four of Wands that's the foundation for any lived life. Three of Pentacles, to build and to collaborate. That is what you should build from. That is the foundation from which you should build. Is this allowing you, creating the life external to you that reflects who you truly are. And the only way to do that is to be authentically yourself. All right, so we're going to use and again, and ready. And the end of the verse is, you've yet to have your finest hour. Like somebody's already counting themselves out. Decisions. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Ability to respond. Whoops, son of a biscuit eater. Okay, there we go. Oh, old lady. Okay. Ow, son of. When I tell you why, I'm going to so we also have reflections and unity and wholeness. Okay, they want me to flip. It feels like it should go the other way, Spirit. Okay, sorry. And you're like, just switch it back. I'm like, fine. All right, this is the one that I always read from. There are certain oracle decks that are infused with the intentions of the creator that I do not want that why reinvent the wheel? If it's said perfectly here, I'm not going to reinvent it. Now, I might elaborate on it, but I always sometimes want to give, I like to give credit, especially with this particular deck. Hold on, I talk and I can't seem to count at the same time. Good Lord, am I that? There it is, Council Fire. Oh, what to say? Council Fire, decisions. If you have been waffling over what to do next, the Council Fire card is insisting that you make a decision. There can be no forward movement if you fail to decide which trail will lead out of the swamp and into the forests. It takes courage to make changes in your life, and all changes must begin with a decision. Do it and don't look back. Life awaits you in all of its beauty. If the decision of another has left you in a precarious position, make new decisions for yourself. There is no need to make your decisions based upon another's. Hello. Consider all possibilities and how your decision affects others. Then be courageous enough to act. Find your truth and stick to it. Find your truth and stick to it. Ability to respond. Is the cradle board. Ability to respond. Cradle board says that the papoose you are carrying is your future. If you wish to influence it, you must respond now. Whatever your situation, the ability to respond is called for at this time. Make your decision. This is your choice. The warrior side of your nature has the courage you need. Don't sit and wait for someone else to do something. Use your creativity, speak your truth, and respond. You're being reminded that it is your responsibility to find your own answers and act upon them. Whether it is a past, present, or future challenge makes no difference. You can respond in a way that will promote your growth. Look at how you can use your personal medicine to respond to the situation and how that action will make you grow. You have the ability, so now you must recognize it in the self and use it. Whatever your situation, the ability to respond is called for at this time. Don't sit and wait for someone else to do something. It is your responsibility to find your own answers and act upon them. It's your responsibility to choose. The Great Smoking Mirror. Man, I tell you, I don't know. This morning, it's all about this is a long one, guys. The Great Smoking Mirror reflects the lesson of leaving the myth behind. Oh, shit. You are what you decide you are. Hello. Holy shit. Remove the smoke screen that hides your natural talents or worth and stand tall. Recognize the areas to be developed further and begin that process. Stop cowering before your potential. Stop cowering before your potential and live your truth. Every card, I tell you what, every card is saying the same thing. There are millions of role models to choose from. You're being asked to be a good reflection for others as well. Encourage others to be bold through walking your talk. We talk about this all the time. Now's the time of embodiment to actually walk the talk. The reflections you see in others may not make you happy if you are doubting yourself and your right to be. If you are doubting yourself and your right to be. Can we just get any better? Like, can we get any more confirmation? Jealousy on any level only inhibits growth and wastes energy. Shatter the mirrors that insist on self-importance, gloom, or failure so you can get down to what's really important. On all levels, the smoking mirror asks you to accept light and shadow as equal. The reflections we dislike can be worthy opponents who teach us to grow into our potential. Even our shadow sides serve us by leading us through trial and error to the true image of self. Your shadow is as much, if not the most important aspect of your intuition. It will show you the way. It always has something to show you. And then we're going to go to 18, which is Whirling Rainbow. If the whirling rainbow has appeared, you are being asked to remove any type of discord from your life in order to grow. Don't feed the negativity. Look at any lessons being presented at this time, learn from them, then focus your attention on yourself, on creating new beauty and abundance in your life. Do not allow yourself to be caught in the quicksand of petty tyrants. A true worthy opponent will present lessons to make you grow beyond any high drama and into a sense of unity with the self. Other petty tyrants are not worthy of your attention or your energy. The people that would want to fucking say shit, the people that want to talk about you behind your back, that make you feel like, yeah, I'm not worthy of actually stepping into my light and taking up space and being the main character in my life. They don't fucking matter. They don't fucking matter. You need not take on the issues of others when the discord is due to their lack of unity within themselves. Let me say that again. You need not take on the issues of others when the discord is due to their lack of unity within themselves. Encircle any discord with the whirling rainbow of peace and consider the unity you have with the great mystery, the universe, when you keep your eye on the goal and your feet on the sacred path of beauty. Remember that any challenges to unity are equal to your ability to overcome them. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Just as a reminder, the song was Radio Gaga. That's what they were playing. And it says, don't become some background noise, a backdrop for other girls and boys. They just don't know and just don't care and only complain when you're not there. Like they don't speak the truth to you. They don't tell you, you know what I mean? It's like people you have the time, you have the power, you've yet to have your finest hour. That's the message from Spirit. Take that, use it for the day, allow it to guide how you choose to perceive yourself in this coming week and make your choices accordingly. I hope everybody has a fantastic and wonderful day. And I will see you guys later this week.